This week is another week of me not having anything to do. We did go and get my niece on Saturday. I think we're taking her back Friday or Saturday. And by get her, I mean we met her parents halfway because they stay in Birmingham and we stay in Mobile. So yeah, she's here for the rest of the week. But other than that, baby, I ain't got nothing to do. And then today I woke up, I don't know if I just ain't get enough sleep, but I went back to sleep. For breakfast, I ate grapes, strawberries, and a banana. And like I said, I'm about to run. And then I'm going home, I'm gonna do Pilates. Y'all, my mama made some tuna yesterday. Oh my gosh, love tuna. So I really wanna try sardines. I heard they got like little bones in them. Not a fan of that, but apparently they're edible. I kinda have to poop. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't even ran yet, which clearly. However, if you ever need to poop, go running. It's gonna come right on that. I'm telling you. Life is a highway. We are finally at the park. I don't see anyone here. Y'all, it's a wasp. It's on the outside, but oh my gosh. That's the only thing about it being warm, y'all. The bus coming back. Let's see what we want to listen to while we run today. Izzy did, in fact, try to take me out. So, it's still Monday. Tell me why the same person who, when I was about to move to Houston, was like, girl, you ain't going nowhere. You finna be right in Mobile. Just said the same thing about me moving again. I honestly just have to laugh because you sound miserable, you sound like a hater, you sound weird, you sound like you need to shut up talking to me. But I don't need to take it personally. This is another thing about not living by yourself. The food be fooding, y'all. My mama got me going to pick her up a pizza for her and my niece. And you know what? When she ordered, because she had me order it for her, I was on the phone. She said, because y'all know I don't eat meat. She said, hey, you could order you a little small cheese pizza if you want some pizza. And I was going to get the pizza. And I was like, girl, you don't need that daggone pizza. So I didn't get the pizza. And then she was like, you not going to get yourself nothing to eat? And I said, mama, you know I'm trying to get these abs. Girl, I can't be eating no pizza. And y'all know it's crazy. I said this week was the week that I was going to stop doing that sweet treat stuff. I done had 2 sweet treats already. I feel like I do really like seafood, crawfish, shrimp, snow crabs, fish, all the things. And I have been wanting some good seafood, but since I've been to Mobile, I have not been on my head to get seafood. And maybe this is a reach, but I feel like a lot of people's love for like seafood and crawfish and seafood boil is very performative. If you gotta make a series saying on the search to find the best crawfish in Houston, then the seafood is not good. Because let me tell you something about Mobile. I could go up here to any seafood spot and it's gonna be good. It might be 1 or 2 that's like, don't ever go there, but it's gonna be good. You ain't never gotta wonder, is the crawfish gonna be good here? It is because we do seafood out here. I feel like a lot of the seafood boil love is performative, friends. I'm so sorry to say it. I love my mama. I love my family. So grateful to have a home to come back to where I ain't got to pay no bills, okay? However, you switch paying bills for your peace. Let's just say I'm going to be very grateful to, because I'll never forget, I think it was a tweet somewhere, and this lady was like, I was on a plane, and it was a lady and her daughter, and her daughter was like, oh, I can't wait to get there. The mama told the daughter, don't ever say you can't wait to do something because it gives off the vibe that you're not grateful for the present. She didn't say it like that, but in so many words, that's what she was saying. So now I just be like, I'm so excited instead of saying I'm so ready, because I am grateful for the present. When I do get back into my own space, my own vibe, my own home, that'll be a blessed day. And this is my second time having to go from living on my own to living with my mama. But this time it was like 3 years living on my own. Because the first time it was in undergrad. So I had a roommate, but it was like 2 separate rooms. We were on campus housing, but it was 2 separate rooms. But then I had an apartment though. So yeah, I went from living on my own to living with my mama. But it was only for like not that long. Right? I was living on my own for not that long. But I went from living on my own for 3 years, being grown for 3 years, living back with my mama. It's alright, let me go get this pizza. Look at that double chin, y'all. I think about getting chin lipo. Not gonna lie. I lost weight and it's still there. So when I the other day, somebody, my best friend, I have 2 best friends. Also, how many best friends do y'all think is too many? Because I know somebody who calls like 10 people their best friend. And that's just crazy to me. I could see like, oh, childhood friend, things like that, but you calling everybody your best friend? I'll say my best friend from 5th grade. That don't mean we still best friends now, but this is my friend from 5th grade. But anyway, I was talking to my best friend not too long ago, like yesterday, and we were talking about working out, eating right, yada yada yada. We were talking about like progress pics, and I said, now that I think about it, I low-key don't take progress pics. Like, the pictures that I take of myself are of my butt after I get a good pump in the gym, because I love a good booty pump injected in my veins. I love a good booty pump. Half of my camera roll is pictures of my booty at the gym in the mirror. It's been many times where I had just got done working out, and then I go to the little stretching area, and it's a mirror in the stretching area at the gym I used to go to, and I look and I be like, ooh, let me record that. It's that serious. So sorry. I would hate to be a holiday baby. And by holiday baby, I mean being born on a holiday, for example, Christmas. However, 2 holiday birthdays that I think is beautiful, like I would probably thrive: St. Patrick's Day, maybe Cinco de Mayo, and Halloween. Oh my gosh, do you know the type of celebrations I would have if I had one of those birthdays? You know what, I said maybe Cinco de Mayo, but yeah, Cinco de Mayo too. Those holiday birthdays, beautiful. Yeah, I be driving with the mobile like I'm not from here. I be like, oof, don't remember that being there. And mom would be like, girl, that's been there. And I'd be like, oh, since when? It's something that I really wanted to talk about on here, but I'm not going to talk about it here because I want to talk about it on my video. But maybe I'll talk about it here anyway. And then if I end up repeating myself in my chit chat, then I just won't post it. But y'all, it's like, it's so annoying when you've been working towards something for so long and it's not working. And then you try to quit, but everything keeps pulling you back to the thing that you try to quit. But you quit because it's not working. So you like, girl, clearly this ain't meant to be. But then it pull you back. And it's like, okay, I'm going to do it. But God, you got to do your part too. But it's like, he be like, no, you gotta wait. And I be like, okay, I've been waiting. Is it time yet? And then it's like, you already uprooted my life up out of Houston. And I loved it there. So what's next? And when it's gonna happen? It's just so annoying. And then it's annoying, like, when other people don't understand, so they like questioning you and you don't feel like explaining to them, and you low-key can't explain to them because, girl, you still wouldn't understand if I even tried to explain it to you. So I just let you talk, and I just be like, yeah. I don't know, it's annoying. I'm not saying I want to quit because it's so easy. It's too easy for me to quit. Like, I know what I'm doing. It just, something is off. And you know what's off? The timing. What we waiting on? I've tried to give up many times, and I keep getting pulled back in. But at the same time, it's like, okay, if it's not gonna work, I need you to send me something else in the meantime. And then it's like, imagine if I do stop and then tomorrow was the day that it was gonna work. It's just annoying. But you know what? It's time. I don't know when specifically it will happen, but this is a heart. It's so cute. But it's about to happen, and it's gonna happen, and yeah. This is literally a heart. It's so cute. Love is really all around, guys. Back at the store, y'all see that forehead? It's there. It's Thursday. I ain't worked out a lick. I ain't gonna run it because yesterday we got some bad weather, and then this morning it was cold. But I will be doing Pilates later today. I don't even know if I'm posting this vlog. It's giving nothing and a half. I know this is a controversial figure. However, someone on TikTok was talking about his documentary and was like, if you want to listen on delusion and letting it work for you, go watch this documentary. And I was like, maybe. And then today someone was like, girl, just watch that documentary. So I did watch the Kanye West documentary on Netflix today, and I'm not gonna lie, all things aside, the beginning of the man's career is pretty freaking iconic. The first episode alone, it's a 3-part whatever, the first episode alone had me like, oh, period. He had a goal. First of all, he even said himself, I believed I could, so I did everything I could to make it happen. I had the plan, I just need the platform. That was him. This is my chewy, y'all. I just put in a new tray. Literally, he did everything he could to make his dreams come true. You know how when you write a book report, they say, write like the writer has never read the book before? This is gonna be me right now. I mean, write like the reader has never read the book before. He started off as a producer. He was successful as a producer. He produced Jay-Z's ex to the, he wanted to be a rapper. People ain't want to sign him, but they only saw him as a producer, so he did everything he could. He was rapping. Y'all, the man would memorize his raps. He in the studio, let me rap this to you real quick. They be like, oh shoot, I didn't know you could rap. People like, I tried to tell y'all, y'all ain't want to listen. I've been there, but they ain't want to listen. They see them as a producer only. The man was hungry. He was in that studio. He was pitching himself. He was putting himself out there. He was hopping on them features. He was producing, promoting, whatever. And then finally, he got signed. He got signed to, it wasn't Rock Nation at the time. It was whatever Rock Nation was called at the time. That's who he was signed with, right? He hopped on the song with Jay. And you know what's crazy? Jay-Z gave him a feature on his songs, and at the end, after he got done recording his part, Jay-Z said, closed mouths don't get fed. You wouldn't never got that one if you would never ask. And then he hopped on the feature with somebody else. Can't remember who. But then he went to LA. He was supposed to have an album come out later. He went to LA, got into a car accident, almost died, had to get jaw surgery. The label was like, oh, he can't do nothing for me because he got jaw surgery. So they was like pushing back. He had never got an album like release date. Apparently they didn't give him no money to do nothing. So he made, you know, the debut album he made through the wire. He was recording, performing, whatever. He was still trying to like get the attention of his label, which is crazy because you was already signed. You signed it, you still got to get the attention of your label. That's so crazy to me. He was trying to get the attention of his label, trying to get them to take him serious, get him back on, but they was still putting him on the back burner like, oh well. He did everything he could to put, he was basically promoting himself. He was his own marketer. He was doing interviews, he was doing appearances, he was shooting a music video. He shot a music video because he was like, if I get this music video out and people mess with it, then the label gonna stop playing with me and they gonna take me serious. And that's exactly what happened. Like I said, he was getting interviews, he was doing appearances, he did like a poetry thing, self-conscious, like he was just doing the thing because he wanted it. He did everything he could to put it. He was like, it's mine, I'm here, we're gonna make something happen. You could say no, but I'm gonna turn it to a yes. Hello? No just mean no for you, not for me. He did the video, he paid for it himself, got his own producers, his own directors, they filmed the video. He had a video release party, and then one of the, I can't think of the man's name, it's like, it's slipping my mind, starts with a D, but he was like the Cole record label owner. Before he walked through the door, he was like, I'm signed and I never got my money. I'm signed and I had to pay for everything myself. I'm signed. And then the man walked through, he said, what you was saying? He was like, I just gotta say this little piece before I start the video. And I was like, he finna let him, you know? But nah, he still said, like I was saying, I had to pay for this. I was like, period, because you did have to pay for that. He said he paid $33,000 to get that video made. He played the video, they liked it, he went #1. Music video was everywhere, top 10 music video everywhere. And then finally they gave that man a release date for his album. And then he won that Grammy. And then that's where they want to know what I'd do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know. Pardon me for not knowing where that came from. I knew it was Kanye, but I did not know that was. If you believe you got it, if you believe you there, go get it. At one point, I guess he was doing the video, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember, but the interview was like, he just said, what would past you say, or would past you be surprised about what happened? He said, I always knew, y'all just didn't believe me. Exactly. I always knew, y'all just didn't believe me. Come on. I'm just here to say that if you want to go get it, do everything you can to go get it. If you want it, you can have it. You just gotta put in that work. Another thing that I walked away from that, do it quickly. They said if he wants something done and there's somebody right there that can do it, it's gonna get done right then. It ain't no we gonna do it tomorrow. It's today. We getting it done today. Do it quickly, right now. You ain't got time to waste. And then even when he had the accident, he had to get jaw surgery and stuff. He got his like wires taken, which is through the wire. He was getting the wires taken off his jaw. And I should have looked up, did he ever get that jaw surgery? Because he didn't get jaw surgery because it would have interfered with his career. The man was like, set a date, we could do the surgery. He said, April, whatever. The man said, no, that's too early. Give me like a month in advance. And Kanye was like, what you mean too early? I got stuff to do. I got things to do. Believe you can do it. Do everything you can to achieve it. Don't let nobody tell you no. If they tell you no, change their mind or ask somebody else. The no don't mean no for real. What you mean no? Do it quickly. You ain't got time to waste. Just do it, man. Nike one line, just do it. Okay, let me go in this store. Oh, you look cute, so stop like the protein propaganda has got to stop. When have we ever needed a protein Pop-Tart? When have you ever ate a Pop-Tart for its nutritional value? And now all of a sudden we have protein Pop-Tarts?